Here we are again. We have to talk about Antifa and what happened last weekend in Portland with the Wall Street Journal contributor, a guy named Andy No. That's NGO. He's an Asian guy, a gay guy. For anybody that cares about that, the left does. But what it is here is Antifa attacked this guy while he was there covering a protest, which happens every weekend in Portland. If you remember right, in the last couple of months, there was Joey Gibson and the Patriot Prayer Group had a little bit of a conflict with this group of Antifas that were in this outdoor lounge area of a pub or a bar or whatever it is. And what ended up happening is one of the Antifas came up, running up out of there and sprayed everybody with mace. Well, Andy No was the camera guy that got sprayed in that incident. And then in this most recent incident, he was brutally beaten. Even the video doesn't really show how bad it was. He took some serious blows to the head. Even though he was talking right away, which usually occurs at the onset of a head injury, there's really not much. But the danger of a head injury is the aftermath, the swelling, the blood, different things that can happen, you know. But right away with a severe head injury, oftentimes the person is coherent and seems to be just fine. Well, that didn't turn out to be the case with Andy. He's in the hospital. Things got critical with him. His head injury is worse than anybody thought. I think it was Michelle Malkin. Don't quote me on that, but I think it is Michelle Malkin that set up the GoFundMe for Andy. And I believe last time I checked, it was like $110,000 or something like that. So if you'd like to help the guy out, you know, you got that pile of money laying around you were saving for me, well, blow that off, give it to this Andy guy. Go find his GoFundMe. I'm not going to link it or anything, but, you know, look into it. But anyhow, with Antifa, what's going on with these people? They're crazy. They're Marxists, they're communists, whatever the conservative community can't come up with harsh enough words for these guys. Very cowardly. You know, they don't take a guy on head on. They're like a pack of hyenas attacking a lion. They just try to sneak in and bite him on the ass while the other ones have him occupied. That's how they work it. And that's exactly what Antifa does. None of them could stand up to one of us. They only have to gang up on people and do sneak attacks and sucker punches and stuff like that. They're very, very underhanded. They're the exact definition of a terrorist group, because what the definition of terrorism is committing violence to achieve a political ends. And that's exactly what they're doing. Somebody is saying something political that they disagree with. They can't win in the political battlefield. They can't win that way, so they go outside the political battlefield and start committing crimes. That's what they're doing. They think there is no political remedy like voting or whatever, or regular activism, would change their situation and get them what they want. So they think that they are justified in going out there and beating people that they disagree with. That's their motto. It's not like they're opposing some violence and standing against it. They are the violence that shows up at these places. There is no violence without them. Any incident that you see where Antifa is present and there is violence, there would not be violence if Antifa was not present. There can always be opposing protests with no violence. But anything that includes Antifa includes violence, because they are, in fact, terrorists. That needs to be clear. They're terrorists because they are committing violent acts against people to achieve a political end. That is the definition. It doesn't get any clearer than that. Something needs to be done about the local government in Portland, the mayor, the governor. Something has to be done. On a federal level, they're violating people's civil rights, and the local government is at least standing down, if not encouraging it. A person said that as soon as the first little bit of mace was sprayed, they called 911 at that incident. Okay? The first police to arrive was spotted 30 minutes after that call was made. And my question is, when a thing like this is going on, why aren't there police present in the first place? They know what Antifa's up to. And, you know, the mainstream media is on Antifa's side. They only try to cover it, you know, in a way that they're like defending something. They're not defending anything. They are the aggressor everywhere they go. That's just how it is. They are a mob that lynches people they disagree with. Period. They don't talk. They're not protesters. They don't have anything to say. So let's get that clear, and let's take a look at what happened to Andy, because I think it's disgusting, and I'm glad that it's becoming a big story now and it's out there in the news, because I'm telling you, this is going to lead to widespread violence on the streets. And nobody has to call for violence. Nobody has to incite violence. But what we can declare from the beginning, what the outcome will be if it comes to violence. Make no mistake about that. Who's going to come out on top when it comes to widespread violence in America? We all know. They all know. So that could be the only remedy left. I'm just saying. I'm not calling for it. Watch these videos and you tell me where this country's headed. Yeah, so here's a video. They move in, start attacking him, throwing milkshakes with quick dry concrete in them, just swarming him like a bunch of hyenas on a lion. Real cowardly. They only hit his blind spots, and they use the milkshakes to blind him. So, you know, it's a mob mentality. This is lynching, and this is for political ends, which makes it a legit terrorist act. Yeah, now watch him try to describe what happened to him with this head injury.
Helped by the crowd, no police at all. In the middle of the street, and they stole my GoPro, and he punched me several times in my face, in my head. I'm bleeding. Where the hell were all of you?
Can you talk to me?
Yeah, where the hell were you?
You know your name?
Andy, no.
You know where you're at?
I had been assaulted twice earlier today and reported it to your colleagues.
Hey,
And nothing was done.
Andy, I'd like to
And I
help
was
you
in the
right
middle
now.
of the street in the front documenting this.
I'd like to help you. Can you tell me?
They
where
stole
you
my evidence. They stole my GoPro.
are? Andy, can I take care of your medical needs right now? Is that okay? We'll worry about that in a little bit. Okay, can you tell me where you're at?
Downtown
Can you
Portland.
tell me who the president is? I know they're dumb questions.
Trump.
Okay. So tell me what happened. Looks like you got hit in the forehead a little bit, in the eye.
They just started attacking me.
Okay, what did they use?
Their weapons in their hands.
Okay.
Their shields. Their signs.
Did you black out?
No.
Okay. Do you have any blurred vision?
I don't think so.
Okay, can I see your eyes real
I
quick?
got this. They throwing milkshakes on me too.
Okay,
so
open your
I
eyes for me.
tried
Look me right in the eyes. Just see if they're okay. Any neck or back pain?
to- not in this position.
Okay. So other than the obvious ones you have on your face, anything else on your body hurts?
I get that. I just want somebody that's with me.
I don't know. It's stinging though. I think because I have cuts on my
Can
face.
you lean forward for me? I'm gonna feel your neck and back. Tell me if any of this hurts.
Where is it? The one
No.
our
They hit me on the back of my head
You
several
mind if I take
times.
a look?
Go ahead.